How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some freaky clips that you need to see to believe. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
It's just so weird because it should be moving.
When TikTok user BlueFrenchHorn26 uploaded a mysterious sighting to the platform, it quickly went viral, with many users claiming it's a glitch in the Matrix. The user says that her daughter's boyfriend was on his way to lifeguard training when he spotted something rather unusual. He took out his phone, and this is what he captured.
Oops.
There appears to be a bird frozen in place right in the middle of the air.
That's freaking weird, man.
Isn't it?
It's so strange that a few onlookers have gathered to record the incident.
Yeah, look, there's someone else taking a picture.
Right?
The camera holder even notes that he can't see any wires or strings that could be holding the bird up.
It's just so weird because it should be moving.
Yeah, I don't see any, like... I don't see anything like...
The clip has racked up millions of views, with tens of thousands of comments pouring in trying to figure the bizarre situation out. The most dominant theory that surfaced in the comments section is that we're seeing a glitch in the Matrix. The glitch in the Matrix conspiracy theory suggests that our reality is not what it seems, and that we might be living in a computer-generated simulation. The theory is based on the idea that sometimes people experience unusual and inexplicable events that seem to defy the laws of physics or common sense. These events are often referred to as glitches, and they can range from minor anomalies such as objects moving on their own to more extreme occurrences such as this bird in this footage. The theory suggests that these glitches are the result of errors in the programming of the simulation, which allows us to perceive things that are not meant to be seen or experienced. Some proponents of the theory suggest that these glitches are becoming more frequent and that they could be a sign that the simulation's breaking down or being deliberately manipulated by an outside force. So are we seeing a glitch in the fabric of reality here, or is there a more sensible way to explain this strange floating bird? Share your theories with one another in the comments down below.
It's just so weird because it should be moving.
Yeah, I don't see any, like... I don't see anything like...
Right? Alright, well, I'm ready to drive.
Yeah. What if it just dropped all of a sudden? Wouldn't that be freaky?
Okay, well, let's go before it just drops on us. That's so weird.
In late January 2023, Facebook user Dre Draven was working the night shift as a security guard when he noticed something odd on one of the cameras. Take a look. It's late at night when a strange glowing object flies towards the camera. Draven says he always catches bizarre and unexplainable things on his cameras at work. His first thoughts were immediately paranormal, suggesting a spirit orb or even UAPs or UFOs. The clip quickly gained traction on Facebook, hitting over 125,000 views in a short space of time. Some commenters began to share their own stories of seeing strange glowing orbs and having no rational way to explain them. Spirit orbs are a phenomenon in paranormal photography where circular, transparent, or translucent orbs appear in photographs or videos. These orbs are often said to be the manifestation of spirits or ghosts, and some people believe that they're the visual representation of energy fields created by spirits or entities. Ultimately though, I'll throw this one out to you the viewers for final judgment. What do you think this strange glowing orb actually is? Let me know in the comments down below.
A time está de volta hoje. Espero que a filhinha chegue bem lá nos States, tá?
In February 2021, the Brazilian news show Brasil Urgente was conducting an interview live on air when it inadvertently captured something truly mysterious on film. As the news coverage went to air, in one of the shots of the city, you can make out an unidentified flying object. It zips from right to left. Whatever the object is, it's a peculiar tic-tac shape, possibly made of metal, and is smooth on all sides. When the show went to air, thousands of Brazilian locals noticed the strange object and began riding into the station. Before long, the mysterious sighting made worldwide headlines, with news outlets speculating on what the UFO might actually be. The usual half-hearted explanations were thrown around like drones and weather balloons. However, after some experts analysed the footage, they estimated the object to be flying at an extraordinary speed of 2,600 kilometers an hour, which is around 1,600 miles. That's more than twice the speed of sound. Speed aside, the thing that has most viewers stumped is that it was captured by TV quality cameras, it was the middle of the day, and it was rolling out live to audiences, so there's no chance of it being edited. As of writing this, no one's been able to give a reasonable explanation for this incident. Even under close scrutiny and heavy frame-by-frame analysis, it remains a genuine UFO sighting. The following piece of unsettling footage started spreading around the internet, purporting to show a little-known and terrifying health alert in a popular video game. Ring Fit Adventure is a video game developed by Nintendo for the Switch. It's a fitness-oriented game that urges players to exercise while playing the game. The game comes with two main components, a ring con and a leg strap. The ring con is a flexible circular device that players hold and squeeze in various ways, while the leg strap is worn around the player's thigh and tracks leg movements. In the game, players control a character who explores a fantasy world and battles enemies by performing various exercises with the ring con and leg strap. For example, players may need to perform squats or jump over obstacles or overhead presses to attack enemies. However, take a look at the footage that started spreading around the internet and you'll see why it's just so unsettling. It begins by declaring that the system's detected a severe health risk. The heart rate sensor says the player is suffering from a heart attack and that they should seek immediate medical aid.
Seek immediate medical aid. Do not resume physical activity.
The clip immediately went viral, with many believing that the game has this chilling health warning built into it. However, it was soon revealed that a YouTuber by the name of NoPlo created the animation from scratch. They were able to pair it almost perfectly with the game's genuine graphics, causing widespread panic that the game can detect or even cause heart failure. So thankfully, this terrifying health warning is indeed fake. Now you can go back to playing video games, scoffing fried potato chips, and laughing in the face of chest pain. An eerie photo has been captured during a train restoration project, and it's left many viewers wondering whether a ghost has been caught on camera. In late 2020, Paul Gorton was part of a team restoring an old Class 502 train, the last surviving electric locomotive that used to run between Southport and Liverpool in the UK. It was decommissioned in 1964 and now sits in a warehouse in Burska in West Lancashire. Gorton was alone in the warehouse one evening taking some pictures of the train to document how the restoration was coming along. All the pictures were perfectly normal, except one. In it, you can see a transparent shape that almost looks like someone sitting on one of the benches. You can make out what looks like a head and shoulders. It almost looks as if it's a person gazing out the window. Gorton's certain he was alone that evening and has been struggling to come up with a rational explanation for the eerie sighting. He also notes it's the raw file taken directly from the digital camera and hasn't been manipulated in any way. Immediately, viewers started suggesting it could be the spirit of one of the old passengers that used to ride the train all those years ago, perhaps a regular that loved that particular spot. So what do you think this could be? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. Before we take a look at some eerie footage that's been captured in northern Italy, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be notified every time we drop our scary and eerie videos. This last piece of eerie footage was uploaded to Reddit by user Lopsided Nebula 9288. They say it's some security footage that was captured at their workplace. Take a look. A dark figure walks across the yard. Things get a little spooky when it appears to walk straight through a wall. Although the camera quality is poor, the OP says that off to the right is water, yet we can see the figure walk straight across it. The workplace where this was captured is located in northern Italy along the Brentella Canal. The Brentella Canal is an artificial canal located in the province of Padua in the Veneto region of Italy. The canal was constructed in the mid-15th century as part of a larger hydraulic system designed to regulate the water supply and drainage of the Paduan countryside. However, prior to the canal's construction in the 12th century, a power struggle broke out over the control and flow of the Bacchiglione river system. In the year 1145, the waters were artificially diverted away from Padua, leaving the area barren and waterless. This was the first stage of what would become a 2-year-long war in the region. Many locals lost their lives in the conflict before the bishops of Venice intervened and brought peace to the land. Some viewers have speculated that this might be a wandering spirit etched in time from the brutal 2-year-long war in the region. Given that the strange black mass does move right through the wall, then over the water, it certainly does make you wonder what exactly we're seeing here. Recently, over on our YouTube community page, we asked the question, have you ever genuinely felt the presence of a ghost? We asked the community to share their experiences. Here are a few of your eerie stories. Alison Litton 8373 says, while having treatment for breast cancer, I felt a warm hand stroke my head. Peacefulness of this touch was evident. I lay there with hair raised and goosebumps. This was definitely my mother telling me she's with me. It was a beautiful experience. Hope Hamby 9287 writes, I had several experiences in the last home I lived in, but the one that sticks out the most is when my niece came home from work. There was 4 of us sitting in the living room and my niece set her large cup of tea in the cup holder on my couch. She reached into her purse for a cigarette and the cup of tea jumped out of the cup holder and slammed against the front door. Other times we would hear voices, see shadows and hear someone walking around upstairs when there was no one up there. The house now sits abandoned. Kelly's Homemade Kitchen says, I've been plagued by spirits since the age of 8. More than once I've woken to a pair of Grim Reaper looking apparitions standing by my bed looking at me. I've been choked, slapped, shaken out of a dead sleep, usually by something I couldn't see, but a few times it was a skeleton that I saw very clearly. On my YouTube baking channel, I tell the complete stories while the recipe's in the oven, a recent suggestion from a couple of followers that seems to be a good concept people are enjoying. So if you're into the paranormal and baking, go check out Kelly's Homemade Kitchen. And this last one's from Harold Worthington 8952. I had an experience a few years ago with a close friend suffering from severe panic attacks and drug addiction. Long story short, one night I was walking my dog in the backyard and saw a greyish-white shadowy figure gliding in my yard. It followed me back into my house and it leaned in close enough to me to see its face, and it was the face of my friend. I went to a Halloween party later that week and was telling other friends about it. They also knew him and said he wasn't dead, but then 3 months later, he did pass away. I believe his soul had become so traumatized and tormented that what appeared to me was a banshee spirit, his soul leaving his body before he was passing to prepare me for the news of his death. Of course, this is just my theory and I'm not a paranormal expert, but I was 100% sober on the night of this experience, and it was something I'll never forget. Now, if you want more mysterious video clips like the ones you've just watched, then check out these links right there. Also a reminder, we've got an awesome range of hoodies and tees. If you want to check it all out, hit up that merch shelf just below the player there. Otherwise, there's links in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.